Hello friends, welcome to Suresh Agarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts and Suresh Agarwal's Reasoning Mantra. There are two channels which we own as of now, and I hope you are enjoying all the videos which we have been posting in this course and on the channel also. This is the important chapter which we are having right now, and this chapter is the chapter of quadratic equations, a topic which finds applicability not only in class 9th and 10th but also in subsequent classes and in placement exams also. You can't just escape this topic, right? And we all know that quadratic equation has two roots, right? And those roots, they have a nature of their own. So nature of roots of a quadratic equation, very important concept. So you need to learn what is the concept, and then you need to apply the concept to solve some of the problems based on this particular topic. So friends, watch the video, entire video. You're going to learn a question which is, you can't escape that question in the exam. So watch carefully. And before I tell you the nature of roots concept, let me tell you that the video is really important for class 10th, and after class 10th you are going to appear in all sorts of examinations. You are going to compete with the best minds, right? And quant and reasoning super combo is going to help you there. So if you want to build up your speed of calculation, build a good positive attitude towards numbers, know the tricks through which you can excel and come in top 1% of the students, then you need to take advantage of this super combo. Here we have the ebook of short tricks which contains 350 short tricks, and it comes with fully solved modules. 24 different chapters are covered in this. This will help you calculate 10 times faster, and it comes with a combo of reasoning. So 18 different topics covered here, concepts, illustrations, practice questions, everything is there, and video support also. If you don't understand something from here, watch the video. So this is the best time to grab a copy of this super combo. You can send me a message on WhatsApp if you are interested. 9896369963, that is the WhatsApp number on which you have to send me a message. Right friends? So let's get into the concept now. Concept of nature of roots of a quadratic equation. We all know a quadratic equation is in the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where obviously a cannot be 0, because if a is 0 then the second degree term vanishes and it will cease to be a quadratic equation, right? So ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now, how do we decide what type of roots will a quadratic equation have? Everything depends on a quantity which discriminates the types of roots, the nature of roots, and therefore it is known as discriminant, because it discriminates. Okay, so what is that discriminant? Here you know the coefficient of x square is a, the coefficient of x is b, and the constant term is c. So from any quadratic equation we will be able to find what is a, b and c. For every quadratic equation we have something called a discriminant, 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 and this discriminant is denoted by capital D, and the formula for this is b square minus 4ac, right? Now if you have studied quadratic formula before, you will be familiar with this b square minus 4ac. If you remember, in the quadratic formula x equal to minus b plus minus square root contains the same term, b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So this quantity b square minus 4ac will decide what will be the nature of the value of x, and therefore this quantity is known as the discriminant. Now let's take up the cases. The first case is when the discriminant is less than 0 or negative. Now whenever the discriminant is negative, just think what will happen if you have a square root with a negative term. Square root with a negative term is not real. We can't define its value, and therefore if discriminant is negative, that means the equation will have no real roots. So we can't do anything with that. In class 10th we can't do anything with that. In class 11th we will start from here, the complex roots. But as of now in class 10th, less than 0 discriminant means no real roots. The second one, if the discriminant becomes 0, that means the value becomes 0. Just think, if you have a 0 here, this square root will lose its meaning, and plus and minus 0 will not change the value of x. So minus b by 2a will be the answer, whether it is plus 0 or minus 0, and therefore discriminant equal to 0 means the roots will be real, the roots will be rational, that means there will be no square root in the answer, and the roots will be equal. Now this is important, so I am writing it in the capital. This is important. Equal roots, that means both the values of x will be the same, so equal roots. Now the important case when the discriminant is greater than 0. Now when the discriminant is greater than 0, we need to check one more thing here. That means we are talking about a positive discriminant. So we will divide it into two parts. Okay. One is when d is a perfect square, just like 16 or 100 or 169, they are all perfect squares, right? And the other one is when it is not a perfect square. So what happens, what is the nature of root? See, if square root contains a perfect square, the square root is going to vanish, so the roots will be rational. But if it is not a perfect square, like 7, root 7 is not going to vanish, so root 7 will be a part of the answer, and therefore the roots will be irrational. So that is the difference here. The roots in both cases are real. The roots in both cases are unequal, that means there will be two different values, but the distinction between these two is, in this case the roots will be rational, that means there will not be any square root in the answer, whereas in this case the roots will be irrational, that means you will have a square root in the answer. Now this is the nature of the roots of a quadratic equation. So we can apply this concept now, and we will know what type of roots a particular quadratic has. Now let's see this question. We need to find the value of m, so that there is an equation here, 49. So plus 49 equal to 0. I'll write it here for you. Mx times x minus 7 plus 49 equal to 0. Now he says two equal roots. So the condition for equal roots has to be applied here. Now this equation is actually mx square minus 7mx plus 49 equal to 0. So as you can see, the coefficient of x square a is m, the coefficient of x b is minus 7m, and the constant term c is 49. Taking these three into consideration, I can find the discriminant. Discriminant is b square minus 4ac. You remember the formula? B is minus 7m, so minus 7m square minus 4ac, right? I just put the values here. So this becomes 49m square minus 9 4s are 36, so 6 3 9 4 4s are 16 and 3 19, so 196m. This is the discriminant. Now he says it has equal roots. Now for equal roots we should know that the discriminant is always 0. I told you on the previous slide. Discriminant is 49m square minus 196m equal to 0, and now I will have the value of m from here. See, 49m is a common factor, so m minus 4 equal to 0. If you put 49m equal to 0 or you put m minus 4 equal to 0, you will get two answers. Either m is 0. Now if m becomes 0, what will happen? It will not be a quadratic, right? So we will reject this, because the square will get cancelled, and therefore the value of m from here is 4. See, the knowledge of the nature of roots, equal roots, the condition for equal roots works for us here, and this is really important in class 10th. You have so many problems based on equal roots. Here we have another one. See, equal roots. For what values of k the following quadratic equation has equal roots? So again you have to do the same thing. Discriminant is 0. So b square minus 4ac is 0. Let's put the values. B is the coefficient of x, so this entire thing is b, right? Minus 2 times 2k minus 1 whole square. B square minus 4, a is k square, c is 4. equal to 0. Now let's solve this. Minus 2 square is 4 and 2k minus 1 whole square is, I will apply the identity, 4k square minus 4k plus 1 minus 16k square equal to 0. Now pretty easy, after this you just have to open the brackets. This is 16k square minus 16k plus 4 minus 16k square equal to 0. So 16k square cancels out and you have what? Minus 16k plus 4 equal to 0. So 16k equals 4. So k equals 4 upon 16 and therefore the value of k is 1 by 4, and that is the answer for the question. See, just you should know what happens to the discriminant when it is equal roots condition given in the question, right? So very important for the board exams, very important for the competitive exams, the condition that a given quadratic has equal roots, right? So friends, practice this and do share this video with all your friends. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and click the bell shaped icon for getting all the notifications on the channel. Thanks for watching this video. I hope now you are clear about the nature of roots of the quadratic equation. Practice this and all the best for your practice.